What's up, everybody? Welcome to the crash. So I hope everybody is doing well. We have a little bit of a Bart Simpson pattern that played out here on BTC, if you'd like to call it that. Either way, they went after the Bulls, they went after the Bears. Shot for the sub, dude. So obviously, as the price of Bitcoin was going up here, people were putting their shorts in. Not interestingly enough, we didn't really make a new low here, but definitely a few late longs were stopped out here. Don't know if this is the start of the correction. Once again, I would love to see these lower levels get tested at 30k. These are just beautiful ranges that we've moved in. Let's retest this breakout and we can go higher post halvening. So some of the altcoins have probably been taking, we can see here, no new low really. This is the total market cap. This includes BTC as well. Let's look at the higher time frames here. The monthly, the last time we were this high on the RSI was back in June of 2021, right here. That candle over there. This was the breakout level. We were still below the breakout level. Here we are above this breakout level. So it does look like we're a bit early here. Just getting overbought on the monthly. So it definitely has more room to the upside on the monthly. On the weekly here, we started printing some bearish indications on the RSI on the weekly here. Very high. The last time we were this high was the areas back here. We then had a small correction. And then we head higher. So yeah, a little bit bearish up here, a little bit overextended. Let's see what the ETF news happens to be. On the daily, lots and lots of bearish indications just flashing. Still going higher though. So a pretty good correction here after it's been bearish for a long time. I'm up here, right? So yeah, it's definitely time to start looking for altcoin retracements, as some of them will be down double figures. If we look at something like Link, just quickly going to try and find the stream. So yeah, these are new lows for Link. Was quite exhausted here on the weekly. This is the area where I would be interested. It's going to be literally at the breakout level, the previous breakout level. This area here. Yeah, so show me your altcoins if there's altcoins you want me to take a look at. What's up, Crypto Chino? SwiftX. How are you doing? What's up, Chad? Chad Donnerswan. Fabian, Hans, can we pump your volume up a little bit? Let me check my StreamYard. Yeah, I see it. I see it's a little bit down for some reason, which is weird. Testing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's getting less. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello, hello. That should be better. Sorry about that. So this is a nasty week on Link. So we can see Bitcoin didn't make new lows, but these are new lows. Let's look at something like Solana. Actually, not that bad. It's only in its first week of correction. Yeah, but these are new lows, so you would expect for it to go lower. On the daily, it's pretty bearish. It's been printing bearish signs for a long time, though, but that's the daily for you. That's when we need to resume out, right? Very high on the RSI on the indicators down here. You can see where it told you to be buying. Although it went a little bit lower, that's probably where bullish divergences were formed on the way down here on the weekly scale. But even if you started buying when it even started telling you to buy up there to get interested. That's why a lot of people are exiting down here. So if we use that logic, it can stay a long time up here while it continues to move. Although the bottom indicator moves a lot quicker than the RSI. The RSI is the one at the top there. So yeah, RSI is pretty high. I mean, these are definitely topping areas. The last time we were this high was at the top, but we look at the strong bearish divergences that formed here. Let's look at the lower market cap coins. This is the total market cap excluding BTC and stable coins. Large wick. This taking out a lot of leverage here, hey, on all these coins. As we can see, once again, Bitcoin didn't make a new low, though the altcoins did. The total 3, this is further down the list, right? Even stronger correction there, going after these late longers here. We were cursed by Jim Cramer. But funnily enough, look at now this is Coinbase, right? The previous day on Coinbase, strong rejection, right? The day before that, it also started a pretty good correction with a bearish engulfing candle there. We can see how dangerously overbought Coinbase got here, right? This is Coinbase, the stock trading on the Nasdaq. But it's performed really well. You can see the bottoming structure there, the breakout. But got into some resistance here between the 50 and the 38.2 fib level. This is called the dump chaser zone. So this is where shorters will put into short position. They'll risk it all the way to the 50% and take a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So 24% risk in this trade, meaning if you get stopped out, you would lose 24% of your portfolio. So a trader would use 5%, 5 times. He'll divide his portfolio in 5, and then with one of those fifths, he will take this trade because he's not allowed to risk more than 5%, right? Yeah, trading is boring, right? If you don't know how to do risk management, you shouldn't be trading at all anyway. So yeah, let's see what coins you guys want me to take a look at. Fabian says it sounds better. Really hoping EEX gets near 003, loading the dump truck. We can look at X on the long term. Let's go to the monthly. Look how long it's been printing bullish here on the monthly on this chart. This is where you obviously want an asset. We don't know what it's going to do in the future, right? But this is extremely cheap on the indicator down here. Let's put on the cipher as well. Keep throwing in your altcoins. As soon as there are a few, start going through them. And if there aren't any requests, we'll go over through a few Binance alts. I'm just going to favor a few. So there's a green dot on the buy that formed a few months ago, like 3 months ago, on this massive wick over here. The last time we printed a green buy was during this run up from 2 cents to 14 cents. So the second month there. So these two candles look the same, but we've now rolled over. You do not want Hex to make a new low here. I mean, it won't matter, but we need to see market structure, right? You need to see a coin W out, right? And the second low needs to be higher than the previous one. Something like that, right? It should just be higher than that one. Otherwise, if you do lose it, you need to do that whole process again, right? So we've only started forming market structure. We only have the 1V, and we're heading down to retest these previous areas. Generally, the market comes down, it rallies, and then it comes down to retest these levels. But you want it to hold, like at one of these reload zones. At least at one of these. I don't know why it looks like that, but either way. And then that's, by then you can say, right, this bottom has been confirmed. If you do that. If you break above 1.2 cents, that would be valid market structure. And you can see some market structure that we formed back here in the previous cycle. You can see the W here. That's your W. So we need to form that. The best case scenario is, right, you blast off here and you just start a bull market, right? But let's be realistic and conservative. You're going to have to move sideways here for a while. Like after a massive move like this, the market needs to digest this move. So the best thing that can happen here is sideways movement here, market structure. And if this takes into 2025, right, there's a lot of time if you want to build a large position in this to accumulate it down here. You don't have to worry that you've missed the boat on some of these other coins that are run. But that would be the most healthiest thing that can happen here. It's just trend sideways here and move higher. I'm not saying that this can't happen, right? Just find the bottom here and just go into a bull run. But this is still a very, very long cycle. It's not even halvening season. And we're expecting this to go all the way into 2025, like at least mid 2025, right? And it can go maybe even longer. Like the bears have been wrong most of the year, right? So I think it's time we should probably look at more of the bullish case of this cycle. So yeah, that's at least the best thing you can look for. So I see there's some Zen and Titan X guys. XRP, EEX, SPX, Tropa, Teddy Bear, Illuvium, Titan X, please. Okay, let's look at Zen for you. I see Sami bought some Zen. This is the daily. We can probably look at this on the weekly versus with. This is versus ETH, right? You've literally just bottomed. It's the exact well, bottomed. Like we don't know if you've bottomed. You need to create higher lows for us to know that this has bottomed, and it's only been confirmed to the bottom once you've broken above these levels, right? So you're still catching a falling knife here. I'm pretty sure all the indicators are going to show flat. So yeah. I don't hate these things. I don't hate them. Like I could look at the charts, right? So don't ever take offense to anything I say. New lows versus ETH versus USD. So the ratio versus ETH, right? The RSI is useless here. You want this bottom to hold here, so yeah, I mean it's literally at the lows, and you want to see that thing that I keep talking about, right? You want to see a W form. It can take longer, and as soon as it breaks this low, some long-term investors will take the trade only when it breaks above this area here. So yeah, it's got a lot more work to do, and that is on the weekly scale. Let's look at Titan X for you. This charts, if the guy wants to paint a good chart, he needs to defend these lows here. It's the same as Zen here, right? He needs to hold these lows. The RSI is getting there. It's not oversold yet. It's still a little bit high, you can see here. The last line of support, you had support here, which failed. And you had support somewhere here, and you've lost that as well. Right, you can mint it for free. I don't obviously you care about a large payout, so if the price goes down, your payout percentages goes down as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, we'll see how it plays out. I don't know what it's going to do, but these are your support levels. You don't, if it start losing these levels, you're probably going to there. Let's look at it versus wrapped ETH against the ratio. I mean, what the RSI has, what's happened here? I've never seen that ever happen. Okay, so the Titan X ratio. Oops. You're at the lows. You needed to hold here. Then there's your next support level if it goes there. I don't know what happened here. So let's maybe try the on balance volume. So this shows you the sum of the buying and the sum of the selling subtracted from each other, and you can see this just goes down continually. So there's the selling is outperforming the buying by a lot, as this is like a parabola to the downside. I know how the buy and burns and all that works. I do sometimes do fundamental analysis on some coins just to know what's going on, right? I don't know if you want to take a look at XRP and Uniswap. So look at it on the weekly. Let's pull up some indicators. But you would be lucky if you get a double in this coin. You're gonna have to play it really well as well. You're gonna have to get really cheap prices. And we can do this really, really quickly. This is your buy area. You can see how it's bounced off already. Volume, it's no bullish divergence yet. The volume is going lower. It's let's look at resistance levels for XRP. See how many you can get if you bought it this week here. Yeah, we'll look to the 60%. Would you get a double? Yeah, you would get a double and a free position in this coin. It's not the most gains that you can get, but either way. We'll go through them quickly. But you should have been getting into there. You should have had a buy order if you really loved this coin and wanted to get some. Uniswap. Yeah, so bullish divergence is there. So Uniswap versus the dollar obviously hasn't broken out yet. There's obviously a lot of people interested in getting Uni. I can get Uni at $5.84. Large W here and a smaller one in here as well, which has been confirmed but really didn't perform that well. Yeah, don't go chasing coins like Link and Sol when they've already taken off, right? These are the coins that you want to look out for. And look at this weekly time frame, right? It bottomed here. And it's been moving sideways for 570 days, right? And you're going to see how amazing this move is to the upside. And no one's going to know why. No one's was predicting it that it was going to happen, except for someone like me that can see on the chart that this is major accumulation that's been happening here. And when it now, I'm not telling you to go buy this, like sell your core positions to go chase this. I'm just analyzing this chart, like, and telling you, like, this is a beautiful chart. This is what you want to see. You can see the higher lows, and like, screw the fundamentals. Imagine I knew nothing about what this coin does. Like, if I've held it in the past, if I've sold it in the past, like, forget about all of that. Like, this is what you want to see on a chart. Like, these lows getting defended and just moving sideways. And it hasn't taken off, right? To the 61.8, which will be your first major resistance levels. Now we'll put timestamps in this video because it's probably going to be a long one and we're going to talk about a lot of different coins. So yeah, a 3x, so 6, 12, 24. Yeah, so you'll get 2 doubles off on this coin. You'll get a free position and profits in this coin, get your US dollars back. And when it does come back, I can reload at the 61.8, buy some more. Yeah, if you want to get me to analyze your coins for you, you can join the Patreon and you get even for a month, you can get lifetime access to my Telegram just by joining the Patreon for a month. And you can stay for the meetings and the weekly newsletters, or you can just unsubscribe after a month and still chat and ask me questions, etc. So XRP and Uni, I know it probably wasn't a request, but I wanted to take a look at them. I hope EX gets to 3 cents. Yeah, cheapo. Chino is a cheapo. He wants to get X cheaper. Volume is good. We've looked at XRP. We've looked at EX, kind of. Alright, on the short term, EX is in value. Right, if we just go off, you can make a new low. But if we, I mean, even if we pull the fib up from down here, this is where we should be interested, right? You're inside of the reload zone, which is in value. Yeah, and I've been buying in this area. And you want these areas to hold. Like, imagine that same thing we've just seen before. And it's probably best to see it on. We need to move sideways here. This is the weekly scale. Like, this is drawn in here. What we want to see is we want to see this sideways movement happen here. And we need these lows to hold down there. So this is our range. We can move in here. And the longer it's going to move down in here, the healthier it's going to be. Here we're literally moving in the same range that we moved in last time. That same range. This is going to be strong support. Let's look at PX. There's PX. Okay, I mean, this is your range here. We're just back in the range pretty much. Once again, we need these lows to hold, and it would even be cooler if we can hold these lower lows, these higher lows, but it's unfortunately already been threatened once. Let's see if there's anything interesting on the higher time frames. Yeah, I mean, all you want to see is you want to see these sideways movements, these large cups, or a massive W, as I would like to say, and nice and rounded. Nothing wrong with the OBV. People are interested in getting some here. It's trending higher, right? That's positive. It's found its bottom and now it's trending to the upside. On balance volume, it's probably the slowest moving average or the slowest indicator you can find. Tropa. I'm still selling. Excuse me. There we go, Tropa. If you want me to get to your coin first, drop me a super chat. I'll go through these as fast as possible. Doesn't have to be a lot, like just to get my attention, right? So Tropa, let's pull up OBV. So no bullish divergences yet. So this was your low here. We haven't really created the best W here, but that's fine. That's almost like a cup and handle, but still a valid W. It doesn't mean a high, doesn't matter that it's that high, right? That's your breakout level already marked on the chart. It's trying to break out here. Let's look at it versus rapid pulse because the ratio is more important. I'll be looking at this when I'm buying and selling. You can see I wanted to see a W on this chart, and obviously it didn't come in here, but it made this beautiful large W here. It's not confirmed yet. It will be confirmed there versus Tropa. I've been buying some of this. Like, this is where you should be interested in getting some of this coin. We're inside the red light zone. We're below the 88.6 level. Can remove some of these report levels because just to clean up the chart a little bit. Can even take that support level off because it's been lost. I mean, it's done like a 90% retracement. It's starting to round off here. Was this the alt? This was probably a new low. Yeah, so unfortunately, scrap everything that I just said because that was at the newest low. But there is, once again, just like the USD pair, there is a small little W forming here. It will only be confirmed a breakout at 94 iTropa per PLS. And yeah, I mean, this doesn't look bad. I like the structure. Although the RSI is quite high here, but no bearish divergences really. I mean, let's look at it in a larger time frame. Still very high on the 3-day. I don't like that. I mean, you want the 3-day RSI to be nice and low. Like, look at the 3-day on Granny. Like, look how low it is down here. And you've got your W forming here. Let's look at it versus Rapid Pulse. Okay, we've done our Tropa. Cheers all from Croatia. Let's get 2024. Croatia, excuse me, 2024. Only starting. It's going to be a long ride up. Yes. Please bastard token on deck screener. Sure. Let's take a look at bastard for you. BSTRD, thanks for the super chat. Up 62%, right? 8K liquidity, 100K market cap, 7K volume. Right, you know what I'm going to tell you, right? That this is too late. You've missed the boat on this. If you're in it, congratulations. Consider maybe taking your initial investment out. Then you have a free position in this coin, especially if you're like up more than 2x on your position, right? Or that's just what I would do. So we can look at shorter time frames here. That the 4-hourly, what I was looking for is bearish divergences to see if there is a divergence between price going up and indicator going lower. And on the 1 hour there is bearish divergences. On the 2-hourly, not really. So you do have bearish divergence on the 1-hourly. So this is where I would be okay. I'm going to take my initial investment out here. As price is going higher, yet the indicator is lower, that's bearish divergence. That's enough to reverse the price. It's been running for 3 days, right? I don't know where the top is. I just know it's getting a little bit overheated here on the shorter time frames. But it's still very early, right? See, it's trading on a 9-inch here. Let's take a look at the holders. Let's see what the PLS ratio is doing. Because at the end of the day, we want to make more PLS with these coins and not more USD. So yeah, it also has bearish divergences on the 1 hour or the PLS ratio. Just going higher here. So one person holds 60% of the supply. Let's see where he bought to know if it's locked or what it is. Added. So he's the liquidity provider. He hasn't sold a single coin, which is good. So he still holds a large percentage of this coin. So yeah, I think that's quite a thorough analysis for you. Maybe, yeah, I don't know what the fundamentals are. You can probably tell me better what the fundamentals are if they've got a Twitter account. Maybe some of it is locked up, although do note that 60% of the supply is still in the deployer's wallet. And he has, I mean, started like 6,000 PLS. How much is that worth? That's like $600. $600 about. It's not bad. Okay. teddy bear. Let's look at teddy bear. Okay, I just sold my second double on teddy bear on one of my buys. Bought down here somewhere on the breakout. Just before it, either way. No bearish divergence on the RSI, but on the OBV, but on the RSI you do have. Let's pull up some more. I mean, it's crossing bullish here on the stochastic RSI, which is interesting. So price is going higher, yet the indicator is lower. But so this is a strong bearish divergence. But if that is happening, then the indicator is going lower, yet our price action is going higher at the top here. That's hidden bullish divergence, which is what you want to see for continuation. As the indicator is going lower, it's resetting, the price is going lower. So this is more technical than technical analysis will ever get. But then you have to wait for a breakdown. So if it breaks below that 59 area, either way, it's going higher, yet momentum is kind of running out here. This is not where you should be chasing this, right? This has left the station. You should have been listening to me, or well, you should have been in my Patreon, I guess, to get this. So I've already sold 2 doubles, and I'm looking to sell more as this goes higher, because I want more PLS, right? Let's see. Okay, so you're pretty much at the opposite of where you should be interested of buying this. This is where the shorters will start laddering in their positions, or they will wait for market structure in this area, or which is something that looks like an M, something like that. I mean, the short I gave on PLS on Katie's channel, I think it was 2 weeks ago, was absolutely spot on. Like, it was right. I said like I should clip it. It is spot on. Like, this is the trade I gave on PLS. And it's the same area where this chart was at right now, or where Teddy Bear is at right now. But then again, the stochastic is turning up. There is hidden bullish divergence. But this is why shorting is stupid. There's nothing for you to think that you can get in front of this thing. You would have to wait for some distribution to happen here. And it would look something like an M, just with lower highs. And when the lower low fails, that is where you can take a short, but only then. It needs more time to tell you that it's ready to go short. If you're just going to getting stopped out as this goes higher. That's why I'm taking profits every time my double gets hit on the way up. Yeah, and I don't care about missing the boat, or if this goes higher. I'll just sell more. And I'm making more PLS, free PLS all the way up. And when this comes down, and it eventually will, I mean, even if it goes to all-time highs, I don't mind. When it does, it's another 60, 70, 80, and 90% retracements. I'll be buying free positions that I sold on the way down. But then I'm managing my risk, and I'm not putting everything in one coin. So you can see where the breakout level was. The 78.6 level is also lining up with that level. If this was the top here, I don't know if this is the top. So, but definitely this has left value, unfortunately, even on the longer term. Like, you can do your fib retracement from these levels. And the earliest level we're allowed to be interested in is this area here. I did that all versus the USD value. Yeah, not much has changed. Still bearish divergences up here. But this is what you want to see for something to move higher, right? This is upward consolidation. This is like an F flag. I don't know what is going to happen. These tend to break higher. This is your measured move. Imagine that actually happens. Let's keep it up there, see what happens. Maybe this has one more hurrah up, and I'll be selling if it does. So if you want to be buying my sells, then you can go ahead and FOMO in here. Titan X. We've looked at Titan X, bro. You need to reverse, okay? Derivatives of PTGC called liquid burn 808 and 8 if you can, please. Yeah, for you, definitely, bro. Let's go through them quickly, though. Because this is versus Rapid Pulse. It's been consolidating for a while. So nothing really impressive on the indicators. Technically, this is a W, right? But it's, I don't like it because on the line chart, it's not a valid W. And it's quite skew. Like I would like to see it look like that. But it's slanted like that. Pretty much took off here with no structure really. But I mean this is very, very cheap down here. If you liked it up here, you'd be loving it down here. If you want it cheap, you can pull up a fib retracement tool from the low to wherever it tops out here, and then wait for these areas down here, 8,362 and lower. But I'd be risking a very short percentage, a very small percentage of my portfolio on this, because it's a derivative, right? And we're playing with very low market cap coins here, right? You can make a lot, but so they're also very, very risky. Let's look at burn. $3.6K liquidity, so 3 times less than the previous coin. We've looked at this before. I hope this is the right one. Yeah, we probably said that it's going to move all the way to the bottom of that area, or that's your last point of support here. This line's not valid anymore. This is the reload zone. We're obviously inside the reload zone, right? Very high on the RSI. Where was the bottom? Is this the bottom? Yeah, this was the bottom. So you had bullish divergence there. You're moving sideways now. The RSI could be lower, right? This is actually breaking out here on the RSI. I mean, it doesn't look bad. This is a valid W, although it's not confirmed yet. It hasn't broken out. You can wait. I would probably wait for the breakout and just buy the breakout of this coin. If it confirms a close up here, I can go long on this. It's fine. The RSI is fine. The RSI seems to be breaking out on the 3-day. I mean, if you liked it up here, once again, you're loving it down here. It's a good market structure. It doesn't look bad. You've been consolidating sideways. It actually doesn't look bad. its market cap. I mean, first impressions, USD doesn't look bad. It's cheap, right? It's at its lows. It's creating market structure as it has higher lows. So you've got location. Let's see if you've got some divergences. Not enough info to really see. Probably was higher. Very cheap. I mean, it's in reload zones. Even on the short term, it's in the reload zone. The confirmed breakout would be there if you're not in the mood of catching a falling knife, because it's not confirmed a bottom yet. The RSI got really nice and low. Your breakout level is up here at 2,362. And I'd sell halves on doubles, and I won't risk too much in this coin. 18k liquidity, which isn't bad. Yeah, nothing to see there as well. So we've looked at Bastard. Can we please look at all the main RH coins and ratios? Yeah, let's do that quickly. So PLS, if we do that analysis, the all-time reload zone, we're above it. Reload zone is down here. We've already bounced off it a few times. Once, twice, created a W outside of it. So technically this is the nosebleed section. If you were an investor, you should have been waiting, or you should be waiting for the 5,000 and 4,000 areas. This is where value is at. We can do a volume analysis, and I mean, it shows it's the most volume was traded below the 78.6 level. I mean, it doesn't have to go there. It's just what they call the point of control. We got rejected exactly off the 78.6 level, or the 61.8, the golden ratio. We talked about that. Is there anything on the larger time frame that we can take a look at? I mean, I don't think this is necessary to look at it like that. From the SEC high to the dump, we can once again see how powerful this level was, the 61.8, as the price got rejected at it. And this is the range from the high of the SEC all the way to the low. The high before the SEC, I should say. And if we look at the long-term time frame, is there any resistance levels that we hit? The earliest one is the 236, and yeah, we didn't even get close to that. Volume, there were some hidden bullish divergences there. Price, volume went lower, so we've got that bounce there. So this is the 4-hourly shorter time frame. If we lose this area, this is a valid M, which is the opposite of a W, right? It will be confirmed if it breaks below 5,950, closes a candle there, and that would give us a measured move to 5,472. If we go to the daily, that coincides exactly with the breakout level, with our previous breakout level, which is this area there. In fact, it takes you exactly to that level. So take a look at that. I'll show you what a trader would do. So he would technically already be in this trade because the market wicked you into this. So we look for a short position. Take it all the way to our target, and then we move our stop to a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So you'll lose 4% in this trade if you put your whole portfolio, your whole trading portfolio in this trade. You risk it, you will be wrong at 6,185. That's your stop loss. That means you have to rebuy your position as soon as the price goes above that. And then your take profit would be 8% gain, and your take profit level would be 5,476. No leverage needed because a trader is not allowed to risk more than 5% of his overall portfolio. And this is at 4%, right? So he can't even take a 2x leverage because that will push him over the limit. And that is what leverage is for. This does look like distribution. I mean, technically, we've already broken down when that happened down here. We're just retesting these breakout levels. And you can clearly see the M on the chart here. I mean, we're probably going to be getting negative. The SEC news is going to be negative, right? Either it gets rejected or it's a buy the rumor, sell the news event, and everybody gets wrecked. And then we're going to have to look for these retest levels, right? Maybe we come down to retest this breakout level. That would be the best thing. Maybe even in this area here. So we can preserve these lows down there. I mean, yeah, we need to hold these lows down here. Let's consolidate further. Pulse X, right? The USD values, the charts are probably going to be looking the same. So we'll just go to the ratios. I mean, this is absolute. So this is the ratio, right? This is just perfect W's, right, on the chart here. You can just see them. That wick was bad. Not bad, but it's fine. Right, there's your W. It hasn't confirmed yet. It will be a breakout there. This is off the back of bullish divergences that happened down here. With the price going higher, yet the indicator is lower. That was bullish divergences there. So we're still in the reload zone, but it's about to leave it, and it's unfortunately the W is going to confirm outside of the reload zone. So yeah, the RSI is already broken out, which is good. It leads the price action. So the RSI has already broken out, which this is our breakout level. The RSI is already above it. Sometimes it confirms it like that. There's another bullish divergence here, hidden bullish divergence. So the Pulse X looks like it wants to outperform PLS here. Because as soon as this breaks out, you've got a measured move from here to here. And once again, you can trade that. Enter at the breakout level, risk it to the target, 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. 5% risk, which is cool, which is perfect. Yeah, so this looks good. PLSX looks to want to outperform here. EEX bouncing nicely. So I mean, I think we've covered all the ratios. EX ratio versus PHEX, or Ethereum hex ratio versus Pulse Chain, very cheap, right? It's at the 88.6 level. This is the cheapest RH coin that there is, and this just screams to me opportunity, right? We haven't formed a W yet, but it could be the start of a W, right? And that would be confirmed our W and our bottom. It just has to close above 91 EHEX per PLS. And that would be your W. I'd just be buying here. It's so cheap. It's at the 88.6 level. We've come back to the breakout level pretty much. There's a small little W in here, a very small one. If you put it on the line chart, you can see it there. So yeah, we need to, for this to double out here, and an easy way to make some more PLS. Or if you want to hold it, stake it, I mean, you can do with it what you want. Hex versus Pulsechain. This is Pulsechain Hex versus PLS. Oh, can you look at that? We've now, for the second time, tried to bounce off the 61.8. For the first time in a while, Pulsechain Hex is going to be in value versus PLS. This means I can buy some PLS here. I can sell some PLS for PHEX. It looks like there's going to be bullish divergence that's going to form here as we make a new low, yet the indicator is going to be higher. So that's enough to change the trend. So then you would like to see some, this is what I would love to see happen, right? It needs to come inside the reload zone, create a W. Yeah, but then keep in mind it can go after these next levels as well. So, and when it gets down there, I should be able to be put in more into this coin. That's where I need to manage my risk. If I'm trading this, I'm not allowed to have more than 5% of my trading portfolio in this. So I would need to risk 1% there, another percent there, and another percent there. Then the incentive token. Coming down a little bit on the RSI. Let's look at it versus the PLS ratio. We're coming back to retest the breakout level, which is marked on the chart at 8,958 PLS per incentive token. Rallied off. You want to see this retest the breakout level and hold. Maybe create some market structure and we can go higher. But this is the first time incentive token has asserted itself against PLS. It has never created a valid W and broken out, except for when it was first launched back here. I mean, it really didn't create a W, not even on the daily. So yeah, the RSI still kind of low. It's at 37. It's gonna go higher, but it's taken a lot of work for it to get up there. And anyway, I'm still just selling my incentive token. Okay, I'm going through your chat. So 30k BTC incoming. That's what I think, bro. I gone deaf. Patreon is $15. I'll add you to the Telegram as soon as you join. Thanks, Fabian. Pepe and WBTC. So Pepe, SHIB has been running. Let's see what SHIB is doing. Let's see, it's in a little bit of a retracement. Yeah, it's pulling back here. I sold some Pepe or SHIB here today, and I'm glad to see that it's pulled back all the way because I sold everything. So I caught that top beautifully. Let's look at Pepe. Is my thing going quiet again? Why is that happening? Let's see. Is it getting higher or is it getting lower? Testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully that's all right. Yeah, but when I say you missed the boat, right, I don't mean that it can't go higher, right? It means that the coin is not in value anymore. That's just a way of saying that the true coin is cheap, right? A coin can be expensive and still go much higher than you ever thought possible, right? There's a famous saying that goes that the market can stay a lot more irrational than you can stay liquid. So you're probably gonna get wrecked. I mean, Pepe, this is a picture perfect chart. It's bottomed. It's just moving sideways, right? This is where you should be interested. It's down a lot. You're not at the highs. And even the WPLS chart looks like it's rounding off to the upside. I should really get more Pepe here. This is the ratio here. This is your breakout level. Some who wait for it to close above there. To take a long, but I mean, this looks good. You're got higher lows. I mean, it's down a lot, right? You're not at the top. Perfect. I don't see any bullish divergences. The RSI is like not really impressive, not really concerning, just like neutral. It's weird on Pulse Chain. These RSIs they trade really high for some reason. Like even Teddy Bear, like it started like here and just yeah does weird things. Wrapped BTC. Okay, Swift says the volume is fine for him. So yeah, you can see pretty much the story here. You're not at the highs, you're at the lows. Right, you're in the reload zone. You've got higher lows. You can see them. I've got them plotted on the chart. You haven't broken the recent lows from the Richard Hart FUD. I mean, on the short term, you're inside the reload zone, the RSI. So you've got location. Do we have bullish divergences? So nothing really. The RSI is nice and low. Could be lower. If it makes a new low, it's going to have bullish divergences here, which would be a positive sign. I mean, this is your breakout level. This is the range we're currently moving in. This is the start of a W forming, although it will only be confirmed when it breaks $100, which is very, very far away. Yeah, I mean, I'm not concerned at all. I held a little bit of that. I've been trading this one for quite a while. I mean, the whole time. I mean, I think I actually first started trading it here. So I've been selling halves on doubles, rebuying, etc. So yeah, I'm looking to sell more. I don't know if I'll buy more here. I mean, it's bouncing off the 78.6 level, so technically this is where, if you like this is where you should be interested. But then I'd be risking a very small percentage. I'd be waiting as soon as I see my double, I'll get my PLS back. So there's a method to the madness. The way you say Pepe cracks me up. I always get that comment, it's funny. How am I supposed to say it? Let's Google it, Pepe. Pronunciation. Pepe. 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 I have no idea. I had no idea I was saying it wrong. Should I go through some of the altcoins I'm looking at? Right. Kick and Gran, obviously. I love them. You are saying Pepe. What's up, Sandy? It's Pepe. There we go. Pepe. Okay, so you guys know I like kick and gran. Communist. I'll just go through some of my coins that I'm looking at. I mean, I don't know what's going on here with Com. Let's take off the log scale. I mean, versus PLS, it's cheap, right? Had a massive seller here, and it's just created a W off that. This looks good. It looks like it wants to go higher. This was a capitulation there. This wick doesn't have to get filled because it never closed the candle below the body. So it's still held above that. It's never even, yeah, it just held very well. This is a W that's forming here. It looks like it wants to go higher, obviously, as soon as it breaks that level there. I mean, if we consider that wick, it's down more than 90%. And even if we don't consider that level, it's like almost down 90% versus X. The hex orange address, HOA, still a little bit high. I'm still patiently waiting for it to give it my chance to get in. This looks like it's trying to round out here, like create a little W. Maybe it goes lower. I don't know. But I can't be interested up here. I need to wait for this area down here. I really like to get some. This is the lowest the RSI has been. A very nice chart, right? Just beautiful waves. This is a healthy correction. It needed this correction, right? People that have bought this from the start or people that are up a lot, it's like impossible that they're not going to be taking profits here, right? So the RSI looks good. It got like really nice and low. I just have to wait for this, right? The OBV is nothing impressive here, nothing really to see just yet. But a lot of volume left, right? This is probably one of the most impressive bearish divergences I've ever seen on OBV. As someone was just exiting like a mother child up here. So this, although the reason probably is because most of the liquidity was moved to 9mm. Because I mean, there's only 2K liquidity here. There's 13K here. This is on 9-inch, 19K here. So, and there's probably like 100K on 9mm. So probably a lot less routing was done through this pair. So the volume is explained through that probably. I don't quite know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Beetroot almost in value. I haven't used their product yet, but this is where value is at. It's not yet in value. Pulse Kitten had a major dumper. It's just trying to get out of there. It's not really interesting to look at just yet. It's not in value. Hopefully that wick doesn't get filled. But I've got a free position in that coin. I bought that wick and just sold double as soon as I got it. So I'm in profits there. PHUX finally made a higher low. Man, all of this liquidity is gone here. I mean, it's probably not even a good idea to look at this. But you need a chart. I mean, where should we chart this now? Because it's like no volume, nothing there. That was B-Roots dumping on HOA. 9mm V3 TVL, not high enough to be on Dex Screener yet. 500k, I think. Okay. So I'm just checking out what the total value locked on PHUX is, because everything has now migrated to here from. There's like no liquidity on Pulsex. And we can't see these charts on Dex Screener. I don't know if you can see it other places. So this is probably the most. So 4 million liquidity in PHUX here. So it's all moved from Dex Screener. Well, there's no reason for them to have it here. That's understandable. Yeah, still just an incentive token, right? And I'm just going to remove that because it's no reason to have it on my watch list because yeah, there's no chart to look at it, and I'm not going to look at the pair that has $700 in it. Peteas, they've got staking coming out, so it had a rally recently. I mean, it's not in value. Kind of missed the boat. Then, I mean, Peteas is breaking out higher here. It's a massive bottoming structure that it's formed here. Yeah, that is a valid breakout here on Peteas. So they're breaking news. Perfect structure. You can see this nice rounding bottom. The W forming. You've got your breakout. And this is versus rapid pulse. This looks like it wants to go higher. And I should be looking at this because I own some of this. And I'll definitely do that after the stream. I don't know. Yeah, this is probably the main liquidity pair. Time. Okay, so time. This is KG's brother KG's project. I don't know the fundamentals. I should probably know them. But I prefer the charts. They sometimes tell me more than I need to know from the fundamentals. It's in the reload zone. There's no market structure yet. It hasn't told us that this is its bottom yet. The indicators. It bounced off the 78.6 level. No bullish divergences formed. So if you're a bull, you want this to come down, find support to be above the previous low, and that would be your breakout level. If you're a bear and you haven't gotten a position, these are your areas down here, but I can't fault the granny if she wanted to get a little bit here. Don't know what it does. I just want to trade it, right? I don't know if I have some. I probably do. Not quite sure. And we'll go to internet money just below that. So internet money, there's bullish divergences that has formed here. We can see the indicator going higher, yet the price action was lower. It has actually confirmed because it's broken out. You've got a little W there on the chart, but it hasn't broken out. So, I mean, it's cheap here. It's bounced off the point of control, which is the highest volume area. So you've got location, you've got indicator confirmation. We just don't have market structure yet because we haven't broken out here yet. But this is the last tick you need. You need to see this break above. I'd probably buy the breakout because you sometimes you don't get this retest. I mean, this is what you're looking out for, right? Doge 1 on ETH. Is that the right pair? All of the liquidity is locked. Let me know if this is the right pair. Looks like it. You need that low to hold, obviously. Let's look at it versus wrapped ETH. Let me know if this is the right pair. Doge 1, just like that. Or does it have a dash? Doge dash 1. Yeah, I think this is it. Okay, cool. Okay, so we've looked at this previously. It has left the station, but once again, doesn't mean it can't go higher. Lots of bearish dips here. Yeah, I can't be interested up here. Because it could either be the top or it could go higher. I don't know. But if it's the top, you're gonna lose a lot more than probably you're gonna make on this. 9 million market cap, and liquidity is locked. Let's look at where most of the volume was traded. So down here in the 78.6 level, you can see a lot of confluence around this area. Lots of movement. A high, found support. So this whole area here, there's lots of support. I just have a feeling this is probably going to come down because this is now a new low that it's formed here. Either way, it's easy. I can't get it up here. It's too late. I need to wait for these levels down here. And there's a lot of confluence here, so it's going to be strong support. And the point of control is in that area. Let's look at it versus wrapped ETH. See, it went a little bit lower or higher than we looked at it initially. Same story, right? The volume is going to tell the same story. 78.6 level and the 88.6 level. I mean, this is where you buy meme coins, is not the 88.6 level, below the 61.8. You can in fact just take off the golden ratio and just consider those lines down there. It moved through here quickly, but it came to retest these levels. Yeah, I mean, there's probably nothing more than I can say about that. It's below the 38.2, so you can't really even take a trade here. So it looks like it wants to go lower. There you go. Yeah, it sucks looking at things as they run away. But I mean, the markets, or I don't want to say always, but generally gives you another chance to get in. Up and up X. Up X or up is in the reload zone. Up X bouncing off its reload zone. I mean, they're getting into areas of value. They're cheap, right? Poor pleb. It has a little bit of a W. It got really low. It needs to move sideways here. Just create some market structure. Hold its lows. Don't go lower. And that's fine as well on the PLS chart. just need these holds, these lows to hold. I have some of this. It's very cheap, and Somi still likes it, and he'll probably talk about it more. How long have we been streaming? $120. It's probably enough for now. I see the chat has also I've gotten through all of them pretty much. So yeah, thank you guys for coming. Do click the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the links in the description down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.